Hello, everyone. This is our very first show today, and it's JOYELY Mamas. And we are so excited to bring this first episode of the 8 Dimensions of Wellness. This one specifically today called Emotional Wellness. And I am eager to talk about these dimensions sort of in the new world order, if you will, and kind of see where these coaches that we have on with us today, Kristina Coll. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for
Right.
having me.
You're very welcome. And Jennifer Pulcini, who is with us and may or may not join us via her video, but either way, we can hear you live, right?
Yes. Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. This is going to be good. So my founder of JOYELY, Shannon Daly, and myself, we're just kind of talking about just what moms are doing. She's a brand new mom of baby Sage, who's, I believe, almost 6 weeks old now, and baby Stella, who's going on 3 years old. So between the two of them, she's got her hands full, and I could just kind of sense the hair pulling out feeling and just kind of the frustration. And then this morning I did the virtual babysitting, and this is Cookie, according to my baby Dylan. So we play a lot with Dylan on virtual, but my daughters as well. I have 3 children, Rachel, Bailey, and Taylor, and Rachel's the one with my granddaughter. So I can just sense the world is a little bit upside down. So I couldn't wait to put this stream together for the few mamas that I know. And if we can impact a few more people, I think that we will have achieved our goal. So let's start with you, Jennifer, since we connected this morning. You and I are Instagram friends, and I love watching you. We're both in Las Vegas, so that's cool. It's a beautiful sunny day out today. So why don't you just give us a little rundown about who you are and a little bit about your family, and then we'll go into Kristina, and then we'll do some Q&A.
Yes. Thank you for reaching out on Instagram. I love Instagram.
Yeah.
It's amazing, right? How technology and we can all connect with each other. A little bit about myself. I am a native to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm a spiritual educator. I started a nonprofit. It's called the Conscious Society. I'm really into holistic healing. I am at this moment doing a teacher training for Kundalini. It's a practice. And I also am a mother of 3 children. My oldest is a girl. Her name's Presley. She's 14. My son, Tommy, 13. And Jenna is 10, and she's the youngest.
Ooh. Where are they right now?
Right now, they are home. Dad is working from home, which I am so grateful that he is still working right now. And they are doing homeschool. So with the technology that we have, they're able to do classes online. So they're not missing out on school at the moment, which is nice.
That's really nice. That's awesome. So why don't you just share a little bit about yourself, Kristina, and then I will ask you each a series of questions if you don't mind.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kristina Coll, and I'm actually a Des Moines, Iowa native. I live in Osceola, Iowa now. I have a 4.5-year-old daughter and a 2.5-year-old son. I too am a spiritual educator, a yoga instructor, very big in holistic healing, and I am part of the Conscious Society. I'm on the executive board, and I do a lot of work for Wayshores College. And I'm on the launching board for New Spiritual Horizons, which is a big thrust that we are doing for Wayshores College right now to really get out into society, the importance of really understanding that we're a soul in a physical body here to learn and grow. And this is just all a learning and growing experience. So I'm happy to be here with you live today. And
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And so you're welcome. I'm so glad to have both of you. So between us, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 children, right? Three each. No, you have 2, right, Kristina?
I have 2.
Sorry. So 7 children. Yay. JOYELY, just a kind of a rundown. We are officially launching in May of this year, and I put together the program because I think that many of us go through life sort of wondering where and when the happiness is, or where the joy is, and what you have to do to get there. And there's seems always to be a lot of obstacles. So I think around 2018, there was just this shift in me. It was Valentine's Day, actually, and it was the day of the Parkland shooting. Do you guys remember that? So there were 17 people that died that day, and 17 victims. And it just hit me worse than anything else. And it hasn't really been a whole lot different with the coronavirus. I just think it was shocking to the world and to everyone involved, and everyone since then in those kinds of situations. And so what I did was I ventured out on a 6-month walk across the nation. I started in Key West and went to San Francisco and did about 1,800 miles between that 6 month period. And what happened when I got done was, even though I was really joyful and met a lot of people and, ate some really good food and enjoyed myself at home, the news came back on again. And, just the dysfunction and the struggle of our society and climate change and the news and all of that. And so I decided, obviously, that what you focus on is what you get more of. So I decided to focus on joy, because that's just what I wanted my life to be in everyday normal circumstances. And so we've launched the company called JOYELY. We spent a couple of months trying to figure out the name and logos and all that kind of stuff, and really are just putting together programs with people like you, and starting a speakers bureau, and getting more education and content into the world through a joy lens. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So I have a bunch of questions, and I'm just going to start with you. Jennifer, you can still hear me okay, right?
I can hear you perfectly. And I love your story.
Well, thank you.
I love what you're doing. And joy is, I believe, very, very important in life, to live in joy and to be joy and express joy. And it's a frequency. So thank you for sharing the joy.
You're very welcome. We're just beginning. So we started the 8 dimensions of wellness for small business owners, and then this is the first one for moms. So I cannot wait. And you two are the absolute perfect coaches to be on. So Jennifer, just based on your kind of your experience going out and about, I know you're still working and you're doing as much spiritual training and workshops as you can right now. How do you see moms adjusting emotionally? Are you sensing that there's a strength amongst them, or are you or not?
I feel it depends. It depends on their situation, because every mother and lifestyle is different. I feel if you are a single mother, that can change. I can feel, what if you're a single mother that's still going to work and your children don't have a babysitter or daycare? I feel that there's women that already stay at home, so maybe they're already living this lifestyle, which I would like to call a lifestyle within your heart and joy. So are you already practicing that? Maybe you don't see a shift. So it really depends, I feel, on what state of consciousness you were living previously, and if you have a daily practice.
And can I ask about you personally? How are you doing? I know 3 kids, and your husband's away, and it can be a lot. Like, I know that my daughter has breakdowns every now and then, and she's trying to figure out how to maintain. She works from home, but she's not working from home or hasn't been working home without a babysitter. So this is brand new, every day, all day long. So how are you doing?
Well, I will say thank you to the Way Shores College, and thank you to God, my creator, and me for being in this practice and living this lifestyle. So I will say I did feel it coming. Did I know what this was going to be like? No, because I didn't experience this yet. I'm crying. I'm happy. I'm going through the emotions. My children are older. So I feel the millennials in that age, they're already living in their rooms playing video games. They're like, I don't even know if anything shifted, because they're already living that way. I feel that they set themselves up.
Okay.
As far as me inside internally, I have good days and I have bad days, but I just get up and I show up because that's all I can do right now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. Kristina, any similarities in that response for you and your family? How are you doing?
I'm actually doing great. I'm extremely sensitive. It's something that I've known about myself since very early age. And because of my yoga practice and also all of my training with Shores College and my involvement, I've been able to get the tools and techniques to really learn how to discern what is me, what is not me. So I am feeling a lot of what is out there that society is experiencing through what I see on Facebook and just really sitting and
Yes.
being still. Like I can feel it. I
Yeah.
can feel the waves of the energy that's coming through, but I'm able to stay detached from it. I live out in the country, so that really supports and benefits that as well. So I'm really being able to just enjoy my time with my children, take them out. It's nothing, it's like, it's normal day for me, except for that, they're not going to school half day. And so they are at home. And so a shift in me has really been present that I have to, it's a need now to embrace more of a routine. And their father is really good at that. And he's been away traveling, doing a retreat. And so he hasn't been here to hold those routines and how to work with. So that's
Right.
the growth. That's the growth area that I'm experiencing personally. That I have resisted in the past, but I do know that we attract people into our lives because they mirror things that we need to work on for ourselves. And that's one of the areas that I really need to embrace. And so now coming to the end of March, which in the spiritual, we've got a calendar that we work off of. And this month was Purge. And to me, that's purging anything that's no longer working for me. And it's not working for me anymore not to have a routine. I love being in the flow, but there's something so powerful in being able to balance that masculine, asserted routine thing. So that's something that I'm working for myself.
I'm curious if the word purge was something way a long time ago, or was that a new word for March?
I'm
curious. Was that something set prior to, or as just this month?
No, that was definitely set prior to. This calendar was created. This calendar was created 3 years ago, and so we really work off of spiritual energies. And yes, Purge was March, and this was created. Yeah. So it's April is innate.
Kind of starting over fresh.
Yes.
Look inside.
What is yes. And I honestly, I've really taken on the perspective that the universe knows what it's doing, and this coronavirus needed to slow people down. I mean, you come back to what's inside. All too much is going on out there of people living for the outer world and they've gotten away from what's in here. Like what is natural for me personally? What is my innate beingness? We've all come here with this special, beautiful gift, and we're not all living it. We're not living it.
Yeah.
And I could speak that for myself. I've been calling in from the universe to embrace my zone of genius. And although I'm doing my work, I'm not quite in my zone of genius yet. I know it's almost there. And I'm just being patient and trusting with that and using this time to be still and to embrace those things, those qualities in me that need to shift, the routines, the structure, I'm really good with the flow. I mean, the feminine energy, I got that down. I can create all day long, but it's bringing that down and grounding it into really, I'm like, Jennifer says, you're a manifesting queen. And I have other co-facilitators in other businesses that I work in that say the same thing. And I can see that in certain areas of my life, but other areas, I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. I'm not manifesting very good in this area. But that's because there's qualities that I need to improve in myself.
Yeah.
And, even me as a spiritual educator, this has still given me an opportunity to dive into some of those areas. Like, what do I really need to shift? What do I really need to shift in me?
Yeah. So what an amazing time for self-reflection to just
Yes.
because when we are so busy, who has time to just stop and think about what's important, just like you said. So did anything pop for you, either of you, in the last month that you like, this is something that I really need to focus on?
Working with women,
Okay.
working with others, and being open to receiving and asking for help, and knowing it's okay if I'm not always 100% on the ball. It's okay to be vulnerable.
It is.
As
And
well.
are you being
Yeah.
still, Jennifer? Are you taking time to sit still and, looking inward and just trying to shut off the news and all the noise?
Yes, I don't watch the TV, so that helps. But as far as when I go into a grocery store, I can feel it and I can see it. And when someone gets scared that I'm next to them, that's interesting to feel that feeling, and to see what's happening, and being open to change, and that it's okay. And being still, yeah, I have been being still, but I don't know if I could ever just sit still. I've never been someone to just sit still. I'm always on the go, and I'm like learning and creating. So that, yeah, it's as still as it's gonna get.
So let's talk about that a minute, because I think that's really important, especially for moms. Like, prior to, when my kids were little, like, did I ever stop and, meditate and breathe? And, I think I did once a week, but I mean, if we could get more moms to meditate, I don't know, first thing in the morning or just before bed or during nap time themselves, instead of doing all the laundry and everything else, what kinds of things do you think we might see? Kristina, you're on mute. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, wow, when I really actually took on a meditation practice, my thrust in life is my inner joy is believing in possibilities. And that means I need to show up in that way. And taking on a meditation practice, really, it brings me back to home, which is
Yeah.
in here. And I'm like Jennifer said, like, yeah, good luck getting me to sit down and sit still. Like, I'm fiery. I'm full of fire. I want to be out there. I want to be doing. I want to be active. And I really have taken on that need to be still, which is also the combination of balancing the masculine and feminine energy within me in order to manifest in the areas that I have in the past had challenges manifesting in. So there's also this piece of everyone's being called to come into balance, that we each have a masculine side and we each have a feminine side, and it needs to be brought into balance. So I've been able to really recognize the patterns that I've created in my life and being able to shift them. And the more still I get, the more insights I get. I mean, I get a lot of creative insights on the go, meditation and action and stuff like that. But when I'm really sitting still, I can do more with it.
Yeah.
There's more I can, really just emptying out the mind too. So there's lots of different types of meditation. Some people, focus on a mantra. Some people, it's all about letting the mind go. Some people, they really focus on one thing and they meditate on that. So there's not really one right or wrong way to meditate. It's whatever is going to work for you is the best avenue to go. It's just to get to the feeling is really that inner joy. And believe it or not, it's scientifically proven that 10 minutes of meditation gives you so much more life and energy than taking a 3-hour nap.
Yeah. I always say at some point you have to do it for your children. Like, just stare at a candle for 10 minutes, right? And just sort of feel that feeling of that flame inside of you, like, let it come out again. Your kids need you,
Yes.
to show
dancing.
up refreshed. or dancing is meditation, or, digging your, hands in the dirt, or whatever it is that you do. But anything that makes you just turn away from the noise and the clutter and the messiness and everyone else's, fear. So yeah, you don't have to keep that with you every day, all day long. So meditate. So both of you, how much time do you encourage people? At least 10 minutes, but what is your routine? Jennifer, you go first.
I say start with 5. Just sit still, close your eyes for 5 minutes, and then increase it. If you can do 5 minutes, then start at 10. Work your way up. And it really isn't, you have to do it a certain way. Like Kristina was saying, there's different forms. But what I learned and what was the easiest for me was just sitting back, closing my eyes, putting my headphones on, and setting my timer. And listening to a frequency, a healing frequency, or a calming frequency, whatever I was manifesting or clearing that I felt that I needed, I went within and really checked. Now I'm manifesting and I'm meditating and I'm using mantras and mudras, and it's a whole nother form of meditation, and I meditate for 12 hours. So I worked my way up from 5 minutes to 12 hours.
Okay.
It is possible, but I would start with 5 if you're a beginner.
And are you doing that right now?
Yes, on Sunday I was meditating from 4 to 4 p.m.
Okay. And what was the result of that, do you think? Anything you could share?
A lot of clarity, a raise in my consciousness. I was open to receiving. I cleared a lot of trauma. I cried. I purged. I really shifted, and I connected with my higher self and me. And when I do that, I'm grounded and I make clear choices. I'm happy. And I really know what's me and what's not me. And I really don't get upset. Like, things don't trigger me because I'm really solid. I'm really solid, and I'm connected with who I am. Does that make sense?
Yes, brilliant.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting on your train. I've not ever done an 8-hour meditation. I'm consistent and do at least an hour a day. Try to do a half hour in the morning and a half hour at night, and it makes all the difference in the world. Manifesting and just, feeling joyful all day long. All right, Kristina, how about you? What is your routine?
Well, I've gotten up to a 2.5 hour long meditation. Not extensive like Jennifer.
Yeah.
But it's, I do have a routine daily to meditate. But for me, I'm always meditating. I feel like even, washing the dishes, folding the laundry, it's always, there's this meditation and action within me that's always been there, been present. I'm extremely introspective. And I feel like that's what meditation also brings to somebody is that way of introspection, of really just being able to go within and sense and feel and navigate what's going on in there.
So while you're doing the dishes, I think, just to clarify, instead of your mind going on what the news said and worry and trouble and what you felt at the store and all of that, instead you're actually washing the dishes.
Yes.
Right?
And enjoying it. And sometimes I'll listen to music to it. But even just the quiet and stillness, like there's a lot of days that, being here by myself, like I'll go all day, putting dishes in the sink. And then after I put the kids to bed, it's like my little meditation. I've got my hands in the water and the soap, and I'm just feeling it. And I'm just really I'm enjoying it. As goofy as that sounds, some people are like, oh, you need to get a dishwasher. And I'm like, no, I don't want a dishwasher.
Totally.
I'm good. I want to wash the dishes,
Love it.
I really enjoy it. And that's, the meditation is a form to get you there of just purely enjoying the moment. It brings me back to the present moment too, and living in present moment. And that's so important now too. Again, like Jennifer said, if you're new to it, I would start with 5 minutes a day.
Yeah, I used to wait in the car when I would go pick up the kids, and I would be early. So I would sit in the car. I would put my music on, my seat warmer, and put a timer on. You can meditate right before you pick up the kids from school or vice versa.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
For
Lots of
me,
ideas.
the key also is tuning into the breath. All too often we get going in our day. So a lot of times there's a lot of times that the meditation is I'm actually focusing in on my breath, because I've been told, like, some people are like, you don't breathe. And I'm like, I don't. Are you kidding me? Jennifer, like, she's like, somebody actually told you that? Like, you're this lady that went hiking in the mountains in Hawaii, carrying your daughter on your back and your son on your front. Like, seriously?
Right.
But just to really and
That's awesome.
to be able to pay attention to that deep breathing.
Let's everybody do that right now. Deep breath.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
I always like to say, take a deep breath in and sort of feel all the feelings that you have right now. And just exhale any trouble, any worry, any anxiety. One more deep breath, taking in all of this new energy from this video and all the release and the joy that we're feeling in the moment. And then send that out to everyone who's listening and everyone in the world. So I like to put my my headset on and go walk around Lone Mountain, which I can see right outside my window here. And you can actually get a YouTube video that's a walking meditation. So it says, like, can you hear your feet walking on the gravel? And can you hear the birds? And, you know, look around. What else can you see? Like, who's walking next to you? Did you smile at them? You know, those kinds of things. It's trying to kind of prompts you for a whole hour of walking instead of thinking and your brain going a million miles an hour, that you're just in the moment and enjoying the fresh air, just like Kristina said. So awesome. Well, that was a good meditation. I wasn't really expecting that, but that was cool. So Jennifer, from your perspective, is there anything that you would suggest other than meditation that mamas do right now to find their joy in their day-to-day work and activities? Meditation's a big one, I know.
Self-talk and knowing that you're always doing a great job and that you're an amazing mother, and knowing that your children chose you specifically. They chose all of you.
Yes.
And yeah, dance, play music, have fun, be you, and enjoy it.
And how about you, Kristina?
My biggest thing is just make sure that you're having time to yourself, and don't feel guilty in that, because that is like the most important part ever. And even if that means like you're just having a moment and you're going to give the kids the iPad or put them in front of a movie or a TV, accept it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need to go and take a walk outside or sit on the front porch, or just, you know, go do an online yoga class or call a friend up. I mean, talk, you know, know that there's always somebody there that you can talk to, and take care of you. I think that is like the ultimate biggest thing I can say is take care of you. And if you need to reach out, you reach out to somebody. If you sit in stillness for 5 seconds and go, okay, God, angels, universe, whatever you want to call it, I need help. Give me a name of somebody I can call right now who might be of assistance, just to, like, maybe I just need to talk something out, or maybe I just need connection, and just sit and wait for a name to come in, and don't question it. Don't like try to put a story like, well, that person really, just call them.
And likely they can't wait to hear from you either. And they would be like, I was just thinking of you. Thank gosh you called me. Yeah, yep. I think not just moms, but everybody just really goes it alone. And, you know, that person's busy, or, you know, no one's got time for me, or whatever thoughts are going through your mind. But in reality, the answer is everyone needs everyone to reach out right now. So you're right. If you think of someone, you know, pick up the phone and call. Forget the texting. Like, just call them on the phone and hear somebody's voice. So Jennifer, what are you doing right now to keep your physical body up, you know, keeping it healthy, food wise, exercise wise? What are you doing right now?
Breath work, breathing, Kundalini, You know what? I've been going through drive-throughs. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have not been all healthy with my dieting, or I shouldn't even call it a diet, to my lifestyle. Jen's like, you know what? I'm going to have an ice cream cone. I'm going to go through that McDonald's drive-through twice today. Especially, I don't know, maybe it's going to close. So I'm going to get what I can get right now. But breath work and Kundalini, it really gets that energy flowing through the body and keeps me sane with clarity and happy, because I'm moving it all around and I'm staying active with the breath.
Good. That's awesome. And so when you're driving through McDonald's, you're not beating yourself up about that, right? You're just going to go.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Acceptance.
Exactly. Awesome. It is what it is. And how about you, Kristina? What are you doing physically to keep yourself healthy?
Yep, I do. There's a lot of community out there doing live yoga online. So I'll just connect in and do yoga. I can do my own practice, but I love having somebody guide me.
Yeah.
You know, that's me. I can do my own practice. I get bored with it. I'm actually having a gal, Kundalini yoga woman. She is making me a personalized sadhana right now, which is going to be with breath work and meditation and Kundalini. And I'm so excited. She's going to have that to me within 7 days. And it's a practice that I'm going to dedicate to myself for 54 days, actually. It can be, they say 21 days. It can be like however long you want to go. Her actual personalized one for herself, she's on day 90 and seeing huge transformations. And when I first started yoga 7 years ago, and I had a full-on daily practice every single day, there was huge transformation that happened in me. And I have to say, I'm kind of bored with that the vinyasa now. So I've moved to Kundalini, and I'm getting my own personalized thing going on right now. But I get the kids outside. I take them outside. They love to do yoga. We've got a lot of land here, so we just go out hiking, out back, or take them, just get outside, get walking.
Yeah. Fresh air, nature, anything. Pay attention to the birds and the trees. And what was the woman's name that you were just referring to? Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah. So Nicole, let me get her. Yeah, I'd love to share that. She's amazing. So I'm a co-creator at Inner Space Des Moines.
Okay.
Yep. And so she's come in and she does Kundalini yoga, and I've been in her class, and she is just phenomenal. She is running a special right now on Facebook. Let me pull up her name for you real quick.
Okay. That's while she's doing that, Jennifer, what is on your agenda for the rest of the evening? You said your husband is working, so he comes home for dinner?
Oh, no, actually, we live in 2 separate households. I'm divorced.
It's her ex-husband.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, but we have a great relationship, and we're friends. We were together off and on for 14 years.
Okay.
So what is my agenda today? Well, today I am co-creating with a friend of mine, Deborah. We are doing a business plan and writing up some workshops that we see in the future. She's also a clairvoyant as well, and a healer.
Okay.
So just doing back end work for business and seeing the kids later. And
And breathing and meditating. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And celebrating all the joyful things. So far today, can you pop off 3 things that have been joyful for you already today?
Being here with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Waking up this morning and being happy that I am here and blessed to be here.
Beautiful. Take a deep breath.
Living. I mean, I am happy, and I am living a joyous life. And I know there's a lot of change going on, and I am continuously changing. But I will say, because of the practice and the lifestyle and the balance, and knowing who I am, there's not many days that I'm not joyous.
That's good. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. I think people just really need to realize it's just that simple. Like joy is just right now. Like it's not something
Yeah.
out there or someday or somehow. It's just this moment. And if we can figure out how to be joyful in this time of fear, like right now, if we can do it now, our lives are joyful forever and ever. Like this is the time, especially to show up for other people like you guys are as teachers. Like being joyful for the world is our job for our children, you know, right? They look to us as leaders. So it sounds like you got that name, Miss Kristina.
Yeah. So Haley Nicole, it's Haley. Her last name is Niichel. And you can find her at breathofrebellion.com.
Okay.
BREATH dash OF dash rebellion, REBELLION.com. She's amazing. I am so grateful for her. That would be one thing that I'm blessed with right now.
Beautiful. That's one. What are two more? Joyful things.
Joyful things like,
That-
well, just before we got on this call, my kids and I went out and we planted some flowers and we filled up all of the bird feeders.
Nice.
And so that was fun, just being outdoors and giving back to the land and the nature.
Beautiful. And one more.
And being here with you guys.
Aww.
Like this was just this is the feminine energy of manifestation. I kept saying to Jennifer, okay, are we ready to do a fun live feed? And then bam, today she goes, you want to do this? And I'm like,
no joke, Cheryl.
I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, do we even know what we're talking about? She's like, well, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I'm like, cool, let's do it.
Spirit says do it. And so we do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if you girls can see, but that chair in back of me, this is the Joyely chair that we're going to be bringing out on the stage on May 30th when we launch. But basically it's the chair to remind everyone of everything we were just talking about today, which is to sit still. Hi. Who is this?
This is Alia.
Hi, Alia. Nice to meet you. I have Cookie hanging out. Isn't he cute? This is my granddaughters, and then it's my virtual babysitting bear. But anyway, what was I saying?
So the chair.
Your chair.
Yes, so the chair. So yes, the chair. And so it's just a symbol to look within. The answers are not all, there's lots of people to support us and help us, but at the end of the day, the answer is inside. The joy is inside. The excitement of who we are and what we want to be when we grow up, is right here just by sitting still. So on the stage, when we actually put it on stage, we'll be asking people what their joy is. And so a lot of people that I've asked have said my grandchildren, but I always want people to take it one step further. Like, what's the one thing that gives you joy that's just for you? And then we have a formula that we have when we put the chair on stage, which is to ask people not just what is your joy, but then are you in the process of finding your joy, being your joy, or sharing your joy? And everybody's kind of in an evolution of that. And so I think the both of you are, in definitely being your joy every day, obviously based on everything we just talked about today. So if you could ask the world one thing, Jennifer, you go first, about what could you ask the world if you could do more, if you could have one thing to help you share your joy more into the world, what would that one thing be? Hate to put you on the spot, but did anything come to mind?
Right away, I heard being my authentic self.
Okay.
How
could someone help you with that? What does that look like?
Well, I feel like right now a lot of masks are being lifted, right? So
absolutely, to
bring joy and to go into your heart space. And I was raised, no, you don't cry. That's a weakness. No, we're not vulnerable. That was the upbringing that I chose to learn from. So for me to really share my joy and be authentic and be vulnerable, is a really beautiful thing. And I feel just people speaking their truth and being honest with who they are gives me the opportunity because they show me the way. I'm still learning and growing.
Yeah.
So when I see that, it brings me joy because I'm like, yes, it is okay if I'm different. It is okay if I am divorced. It is okay if no matter what, it's okay. I guess that's my
Absolutely.
point. No matter what, it's okay.
Exactly.
So yeah.
It sounds like maybe is it possible that your authentic self needs to be more visible, like more classes and something? I'm not sure what I'm picking up on there, but
Oh, 100. Coming from the mother role in receiving and being a healer, now I'm stepping into this leader in entrepreneurship.
ah,
Well, yeah, I've been training for it, but
hmm
really stepping out and creating something, that's a whole nother experience. And that means I am going to be, and I am now, but practicing it is being humble, being vulnerable, and saying, this is me, and this is what God gave me, and this is what I'm supposed to do. And really stepping forward and not feeling guilty because I am a female or I don't know. It's just the upbringing, and I was raised, we serve as a woman. So the feminine
mm.
uprising is, no, you can do it all. You can do it all, and it's okay.
So am I hearing, Jennifer, that you're to be a more of your authentic self and share more of your gifts is that you need to be on a is it a, is I know you're working on your website, but is it a stronger web presence, or is it more classes in the community, or is it a book?
It is trusting spirit when spirit speaks through me, and surrendering and serving and
In
getting
all
out
those
of,
capacities.
yeah, it's getting
Okay.
rid of the ego, and it's being joy and being heartfelt. It's no dogma. It's just, I am naked and raw.
Okay. Woo!
Yeah.
Get her. I love it. All right, Kristina, if you could wave the magic wand and have more of your joy into the world and have the ability to share more of it more often, what would that look like to you? Or what could somebody offer you as a gift?
Oh gosh, I just love being of service in my zone of genius to other people in helping them create their zone of genius and stepping into it. Like
Mhm.
I just love supporting people in that arena of like total surrender, total transformation, total healing, total um commitment is huge, and
Yes.
being genuine in soul growth. And I've really taken that on for myself. And I just love being out there, being of service in a capacity that helps others benefit in big amounts. You know, what am I really good at? I'm good at sharing and
I get that.
and going and my one-on-one clients that get involved with me,
Yeah.
they stay when they're committed to their
Yeah.
zone of genius and they're ready to go deep and go deep fast. Because that's what I do in my one-on-ones. But I love workshops. I love retreats. I host retreats with two other facilitators, innersoulretreats.com.
Mhm.
And I do workshops with Jennifer when I come. Vegas is one of my pivots. I love coming to Vegas. There's so much energy there and so much just
Absolutely.
vibrancy of transformation happening. Yeah.
Well, please, both of you, but I would love for you to investigate what May 30th is all about and see how we can play together on that day. It's just going to
Love
be,
to.
don't you think, a
love to.
party, a time for joy? And everybody says, are you really going to do it? I'm really going to do it. Even if I'm the only one in the room, we're going to live stream and we're going to have parties all over the country under the umbrella of JOYELY and having joy parties. So I think no matter what happens between now and then, we'll be ready for more joy no matter what.
Yes.
And ready to connect at some real deep level. So like you were saying, Kristina, did you want to say something?
I was, one very important piece that I left out was the importance of teaching the children.
Right. Yes.
And yeah. And, it starts at home. And so really getting people to understand that we're all doing the very best that we know how. And when we know better, we need to do better. you know, we need to step up and do better. You know, I'm embracing routines that I have been resisting. I'm telling you, and I need to step up and do better in that area. So we all have areas, and there's help out there.
It's cyclical, isn't it? Though you embracing routines, you can see it in your kids. I'm sure by the way they're showing up, by the way they interact with you, the way they're following the rules and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So what is one routine? What does that look like when you say a routine that I haven't been able to do so far?
Where do I start?
Because you've been out playing in the yard with your kids, which is perfect.
Yeah. So the first routine would be, you know, I get up at this time in the morning and I set aside time for me in the morning before they even wake up. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm a much better person when I do that. When I have me time in the morning before everybody else is awake. But again, I resist it because I love my sleep and I'm a night owl too. So I like to be up late, you know, after they go to sleep. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to read my book, or what, I'm going to take a hot bath, whatever it is. But I still know, I know that it benefits not only me, but the whole household when I have a routine for myself in the morning.
Okay, good one. How about you, Jennifer? Do you have any?
Routine, I have lots of routines. My lemon water every morning.
Okay. That's a good one.
No. What is the question? Because I was off in Kristina's world when she was speaking.
Yes, I know. I kind of went there too. I don't really know. I think I was just trying to get a feel for
what's something
the kids and getting them back. You know, how do you meander all of their, you know, energy basically when you have them 24/7, which you may or may not have been used to prior to, you know, the coronavirus.
You know what, right now with the kids, because they're in their teens and they're developing boundaries and relationships, the dynamic has shifted. So not so much of a routine. The routine I feel has been set. It's more of, for me, communication, clear communication. And when they're taller than you and you're talking to them.
Yeah.
And they're testing boundaries in a different way, I go in and I take a breath and I'm like, how do I respond to this? And where I'm teaching, and it shifts. So that is what I'm working with right now with the kids, and also showering. I don't know what it is with teenagers and not showering, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because when they were little, I used to put them in the bath.
Yes.
So that's different. So things like that have shifted 100%.
Yeah.
And they're my friends. And they teach me so much. And I'm so grateful. And my children have taught me how to love me, because I don't know if I would have made it. You know, they've taught me in so many ways, and I love them.
That's
so
beautiful.
Much.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So Kristina, we'll just each of you end with the question, which basically is, if you could say any last thing to all the mamas listening and that will listen to this many times over and over again, is if you're not feeling joy, what is the reason that you need to? And I don't think there's any one right answer. There's many, but Kristina, what is the reason you need to? And I guess just step one to that.
So for me, whenever I'm not feeling joy, I ask the very first question, where am I leaving myself out of my life? Because if I'm not feeling joy, I'm not living my thrust, and I've been leaving myself out. So there's a technique that we can show you if you want me to, because we can't see Jennifer, but I can show a really easy cleansing technique.
You have time.
Okay. All right. So everyone go ahead and rub your hands together. And this is just to first and foremost feel your own energy. So you're going to start to, this is building the heat, building the energy, and then start to pull your hands apart from each other. What are you sensing? What are you feeling here? This is your energy. This is you. Just share. What are you feeling?
I think that there's an automatic presence. Like here I'm sitting, what am I doing in this particular moment instead of everything else going around? Yeah.
Jennifer?
It grounds me, gives me back into my feeling, and I feel warmth and I feel good.
Yeah.
So magnetism is what I feel. Electricity, some
Okay.
like that high heat, high energy, and I can pull it all the way out and still feel it like way out here,
Oh,
right? So
yeah.
that's your energy field. So we want to do that first. And then you take
Okay.
your right hand and you want to just rub a circle. This is activating your third eye. This is just awakening that that third eye. And
Yeah.
then take both hands and you're going to start at the third eye and rub around the forehead and charge. We flick the hands, but we're not flicking our energy off of us. We're charging our energy. Okay. This is a charge. And then you'll
Okay.
come back to the forehead. You'll take it up over the head and around. So activating that crown chakra and then coming down through the throat chakra. Okay.
Oh,
So we're
wow.
really just opening up all those upper chakras,
Mm-hmm.
and which is our connection to the divine, so this is really like getting you back into, and the whole purpose of this is to feel your own energy. When you get really good at this, you can do it mentally. So I can be out in a grocery store and something happen and I'm like, I'll just stop and close my eyes and mentally cleanse real quick to come back into my
Wow.
beingness, because as you grow more sensitive, because everyone is psychic, everyone is sensitive, it's a matter of how well do you know yourself. And I feel like that's another reason why this time right now is so important, because people have lost sight of who they really are.
Yeah.
And so to really just come back to who am I really, and the more that I know who I am, the more I sense and pick up other people's energy, and I can discern that it's not me.
Yeah.
Instead of taking it on like it is mine. So this is just a quick little technique that you can do, moms. If you're not feeling joy and you're like,
Start from the beginning.
you
One more
start
time.
from rub
Yeah.
the hands together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Take that right hand, circle the third eye.
Yep.
Okay. Bring both hands up, bring it around, charge your energy, bring it all the way up and over the head and around the throat chakra, charge your energy. Keep doing this. Keep doing this until you feel you are centered, you're in your beingness. Perhaps you feel chills. If you're new to it, you may not feel chills right away. It might take you a year.
Yeah.
It might take you a year. Who knows?
I felt it. That was amazing.
Yeah, but when you feel chills or maybe a warmth coming over your heart space or over your whole body, whatever it is that you just know, you have that inner knowing that you are in your pivot, your inner beingness, and you can feel some joy coming over you.
Yeah.
You can ask your angels, hey, I'm not with it. And perhaps you're in a space that you don't, single moms, or you're by yourself with the kids.
Or any kind of anxiety coming up.
I'm experiencing that right now. I'm with the kids all on my own during this whole coronavirus stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay, because I know all these tools and techniques to bring me back to center if I'm off at all. So it's just, call your angels. Maybe perhaps you feel that you don't have the space to even get time to yourself. Call your angels in close and say, just embrace me. Let me feel the backing that I have right now. Let me feel that love, because you know what? They're there. Your angels, your guides, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you are supported. We're all supported. We're all supported.
Man, was that beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That was fun. Oh my gosh. And Kristina, what is your website, just in case people want to find you?
KristinaColl.com. Just like my name is spelled. There's no period in it. It's just KristinaColl.com.
And what is your next event coming up, hopefully?
Yeah, well, I was the Conscious Society with Jennifer was our next big event, and it got canceled the end of April. So to be honest, right now I'm in planification mode. InnerSoulRetreats.com is the website to me and two other co-facilitators. There's 4 of us really that started it. 3 of us have been holding the foundation this last year together. And InnerSoulRetreats.com. And we're actually projecting September, October timing. We haven't dialed in the exact date yet, but it will definitely be in the fall. Will be our next retreat.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And Jennifer, what do you have coming up other than your also planned event, canceled event, excuse me?
Well, I am doing lives regularly.
Okay.
Every Sunday. But an event. Spirit's been telling me to do a drum circle, so I might just be doing a drum circle and bonfire at my house out by Red Rock, just because I feel that it's a need. So yeah,
So
that
needed.
might just be happening soon, but it will be on the DL. Okay, it's between us.
But I might just show up because Kristina does that. I took the kids to Vegas all on my own in in December. So
That's beautiful. Well, you guys are welcome here anytime. There's, like you said, so much great energy. All right. Well, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to offer our mamas, I'm excited to launch Joyely Mamas, and please share this link, and Shannon will help facilitate the group. But we're looking forward to really focusing on joy and bringing more joy to the world just by calling in amazing humans like yourself that are living it and breathing it and doing your best every single day to be joyful and to be leaders for others.
Cheryl, I do have the words are not coming to me. References for some home study programs too. If they're moms, if you're out there and you want something you can do from the comfort of your own home. In fact, I got one right here. Look at that.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, workbook style home study programs. You can order them. I can mail them to you.
Okay.
You don't have to come on full board as a one-on-one client with me, although I would be backing and supporting you through this journey. But again, it's another great time to dive into some stuff. And so if you need help and support in that way, reach out.
All right. All right, ladies. Well, what a fun time.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming into the Joyely fold, and we'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all the mamas out there in the world, just keep on keeping on. You heard these ladies talk about meditation, and we've got, some really good tricks. So if you rewind, you can watch that, and just stay present. And please do turn off the news and pay attention to what's going on in your heart. So blessings, everyone. Goodbye.
Blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.